Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and here's some of the things that made news this week. A second ban list has hit Apollousa, and I somehow blame George W. Bush. The sweet life of a man playing Labyrinth to promote Master Duel or something. I don't know, was that one Zach or Cody? You tell me. The next deck build pack will in fact have archetypes. Text your mom this information immediately. This just in, there's a snake in my boot. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update, the edition where I actually upload the right video on time, God willing, or maybe it's the one where I'm reminded that filming in a house without AC in the summer while wearing a suit is a terrible idea. I guess we'll find out as we watch the sweat build up on my brow over the course of this video. Every once in a while, Konami will print a card that makes you wonder, what the fuck were they thinking? For some people, that refers to cards like Kit Kalos, which does so much for its deck, and they hate that deck particularly that they're just like, my god. For others, it's a card that's so bad you're looking at it and wondering, what in God's name does Gladiator Beast Thorax do to help Gladiator Beasts in general, let alone warrant it getting an ultimate rare printing? That's some bullshit. And then there's of course a third way, where it's just too generic and abusable and strong in the game. That third one applies pretty damn well to Apollousa. The monster is the bear, not the woman, do not at me. What makes this card so special is it seems that Konami is slowly clawing it back bit by bit across all three of Yu-Gi-Oh's primary formats, between Master Duel and the TCG, and most recently now, the OCG. Because the OCG ban list is out, and it marks the second death of the bear, with Master Duel being the last bastion of hope for it to continue to see play, or the last nightmare experience where you continue to see play against Apollousa. And you've got people asking for it to be banned, so that's pretty funny. That's how you know a card's really beloved. Really, it's just assuming that it gets banned in Master Duel, definitive proof that this shit should not have been made, which is kind of funny to think about for a card printed in 2019. Oh no, sorry, not that card from 2019. Nope, not that card either. Okay, no, not that one either. That's okay. I get why you put that one on this. That's not quite soon enough, according to people. There you go. What a year 2019 was, eh? Yeah, either way, the bear is dead in the OCG, and so is Paradise Smasher, rank 5 with the printed effect to say, stop playing this fucking game, which people just love to see. I'm not really one to use a SpongeBob joke, but you kind of have to wonder how many times we're gonna have to teach Konami this fucking lesson, because this is the, what, 6th Xyz monster to end up on a ban list that just says stop playing, that just says no. It's almost like that effect fucking sucks, okay? People want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Despite what it comes from the comments of people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Talking about how they don't enjoy or want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's in fact misinformation. You can't trust everything you read on the internet, otherwise people wouldn't be rejoicing when you see shit like this getting banned. Can't wait for this thing to rear its ugly head in the TCG soon enough, I guess. Between those generics, bans, and unhits and stuffs, that's really the whole list in its entirety, because everything else is kind of unmeaningful, broadly. I mean, it's nice to see Anti-Spell put to 1, I'm sure, for OCG players, and things like Nightmare Goblin or Adventure Griffin coming to 1 are like, cool. Goblin haters are either going to be justified or proven to be idiots, or possibly both. I guess we'll find out, as it does probably nothing in the OCG, if I had to guess. A lot of fear-mongering for cards that just aren't as relevant anymore, because my god, power creep does have an impact on this game. And other than that, like I said, I don't give a shit. Wow, look at all those cards that are going to see minimal play. Oh, 2 Jet? Wow, Sprite's really going to take off into fucking tier 6 fucking category now. That's going to be crazy, Mom. It really is the third Trident that gets you in fucking Zeus Turbo to top your Japanese locals, I guess. No meaningful hits to any of the major decks that are topping. Nothing to Malice except for, I guess, Apollousa, but are we really going to pretend that's just a Malice hit? Other than that, I don't even think Yummy or Vanquish Soul or my dog are playing any of these cards in particular in regards to like key, we need this to be top tier viable strategies, which makes this more of a quality of life list than a big change up, which is probably fine. Really, it's just an opportunity for me to steal this meme that I saw Farfa post on Twitter. I said this list comes into effect on July 1st, or maybe I didn't say it. This is take 2. I don't think I mentioned it in this one. So as said in a section you didn't see, this list comes out on July 1st. Meanwhile, we in the TCG probably won't be getting a list until mid-July at the earliest, and even then it won't be coming into effect until August because of this little thing called the World Championship qualifiers that are going on like all throughout next month. And Master Duel's next ban list will be out in just a few weeks, I'm sure, where they'll announce that Necroface is now at 3 and expect us to care. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about it. They've revealed some new support for ritual cards coming out in Duelist Advance, which is going to be dropping in like a week's time from the release of this video. And there's this one particular Link monster that's just really pissing me off. And that's really exaggerative. I'm not really that pissed off by it. I'm just confused by Ashlyn U1000 and why did they make this thing? You see, it requires 2 monsters with different types and attributes, which is easy to do. And it's ritual support, which is easy enough to have and do. But the thing is, it has an effect wherein you can add a ritual monster of a different type and attribute from one you reveal in your hand, which you might think, oh wow, cool, that might be good for like ritual decks. Except there isn't like a single ritual deck that can meaningfully use that effect. If I'm not mistaken, Libromancer can. They have ritual monsters of different types and attributes, but they also do nothing except search their cards and then lose already anyways. I don't think this Link 2 is going to be particularly beneficial to them in that regard. And then you compare it to any other ritual deck in the game. All of Necroz are water. Even though they're different types, they're water. And like all of Megaliths are rock. So there's nothing you can reveal in Megalith to get another Megalith with this card. And that applies like it holds true for like every ritual deck. They either all share a type or an attribute, meaning that this thing can be used by a single deck that doesn't really want or need it, I don't think. And if fucking Libromancers want to come in and tell me, actually, we're going to be playing 29 of it, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit about Libromancers. Have you seen that deck? Of course you haven't. Nobody plays it. So I'm just confused. Why did they make this fucking thing? There's not even like a cheeky play you can do of reveal a monster and then add a ritual of a different type and a natural. Like maybe you could search Hungry Burger in Nouveau by revealing one of the pendulums. Maybe, but you can't. Maybe it just exists. It's just this weird fucking ugly card that reminds me of the boss from that one Zelda game from the Skyward Sword. That's the name of the one I'm looking for, where you get the whip where you're like, whoosh, whoosh, and it's actually a fun boss, but this is a bad card. So it doesn't matter if the Zelda boss was fun, because this card fucking sucks. I'm just confused why they made this. And it's not like they made bad ritual. They were the other 2 cards involving the Ritual Raven and the new little level 1 ritual mod. Like, it's solid, it's fine, it's usable, it's generic ritual tools, but the Link monster sucks. It's just kind of like, I guess, a targeted bounce and a piercing for ritual mod, but it's bad. Why'd you do that? Why did you make the card bad? This is a throwback to the earlier in the video where you see a card and you're like, why'd you so bad? Not Gladiator Beast Thorax. It's the fucking Ashlyn U1000, or as I like to call it, the dog shit I hope to never pull. I am aware they'll almost inevitably print a ritual deck to make use of this, where this segment in particular will have aged like milk, and I don't give a shit, because in the real time, right now, that is some bullshit. And that's my rant for today. Fuck you, you little bird. Also this week was, of course, another Shadow Duelist event, because they are still doing those. This one featured Dylan Sprouse, who's known best for these Sweet Life shows on Disney, or maybe, if you're me, that one commercial for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or more realistically, possibly the worst character in a show about the Archie comics in the loosest definition of terms of adapting source material.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
Lyrics for that one are in the description. This one actually seemed solid though, not whatever the hell that just was, but I mean the Shadow Duelist, like they interacted with the hosts a bit. It was neat to see Jackie again, positive vibes and energy. There was a bit of snarkiness from Mr. Sprouse that I enjoyed. I respected it. And again, it's not really shocking at this point, but it's still on some level always shocking to see them, like a celebrity of some capacity, playing a modern Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Like, I'm not going to say that was the most phenomenal Labyrinth plays ever made. Again, I didn't watch it, but the fact that he played Labyrinth and I must have on some level known what he was doing is commendable, because it's fucking Labyrinth and Lord knows he doesn't need to do that to get, like, he could just pick fucking Sword Soul. Any of them can. Either way, it's really neat to see that they're still trying, because Lord knows it's better than whatever the hell that Ludwig tournament was, although that tournament did give us ass traps, so that is a good saving grace for that one. Shoutouts to Mr. Streamerman. Oh, and the deck building pack for the OCG got revealed, the next one, or the next one for TCG players, so it's not till after Justice Hunters, we will be getting, of course, just the 3 arts. And by getting, I mean got. So now we know that we can play with legally distinct Diablo villains in the soon-to-be future, or maybe the ship that's a giant whale mecha thing. I don't know what's going on in that one, in all honesty. Or, of course, you could play with the classic 2012 Facebook joke relating to Pokemon that sucked back then. It's probably even worse in this video. Get it? Professor Joke? Please kill me. Those will be revealed in more detail soon enough, but we here in the TCG are, of course, still waiting on the yummy canine dragon tails, so we'll be getting those at the end of July. We'll be getting the things I just revealed in like fucking 3 months or something, who knows. But not before. We'll be getting Lunalight, and the archetype named after the sound of me having a stroke. Go go dodo zuzu baba ambulance, please. And so that wraps it up for this week's update. I tried to find more things to talk about on Twitter, but all I found was pictures of Pokemon art and also things like this. And like, I can talk about that in like a Craig rant, but that doesn't seem particularly relevant, if we're being perfectly honest. So, in the meantime, as I figure out whatever the hell I'm going to bitch about next week, make sure you hit like and subscribe and comment as well if you want to boost the algorithm, because doing so will not only impress your smoking Italian wife, but you'll become a true duelist. And also, in the inevitable future, you'll see me pistol whip a fucking Fluonderese again. And that's the thing everyone loves the most, probably. Or maybe it's just me. Who knows? Either way, bye. I'm uploading the right fucking one this week. I am uploading the right fucking video this week, and if I don't... Actually, nothing. It's the same thing as last week. Fuck this.